Hello everyone. We've been told that life is now back to normal and it's starting to feel that way. But I was thinking back to that first lockdown 2 years ago, and I have to say there was something about it I really liked. There seemed to be space that is normally so difficult to find. And not only space, but quietness too. Do you remember going for walks and not hearing the sound of cars on roads? No aircraft in the skies. And restrictions meant that we couldn't do much, so we had the space to think and just be. But life is back to normal with all its full-onness. And I don't know about you, but I find it's a challenge to hear the voice of God when there are so many different competing voices. And that's what we want to be thinking about on Sunday evening, hearing the voice of God. Actress Priscilla Shirer said this. She said, having your spiritual radar up in constant anticipation of his presence, even in the midst of joyful chaos and regular rhythms of your everyday living, is paramount in hearing God, because sometimes the place and manner you find him is the least spectacular that you'd expect. If we're to be disciples and take the Great Commission seriously, then it starts with a willingness to hear where God might want us to go. It begins with an intimacy with him that means we're able to sense his prompting. It's a huge challenge to surrender our lives to God's call. But it all begins with hearing the voice of God. So that's what we're going to be focusing on this coming Sunday for our Equip evening. How can we be better equipped to hear the voice of God? There'll be worship as the context for then having some storytelling, sharing of things that might have helped you, and looking at some examples in scripture as well as praying. We'd love you to be there for this as we begin with Encounter for our life-giving, life-transforming God. 7 o'clock this Sunday evening in church. I really hope you can join us. Bye for now.